Hi guys and welcome to another Trains from 2019 video. Today you join me on the just released Southwestern Mainline Southampton Bournemouth. This is by DTG from what I can establish. I haven't looked through the manual letter or anything like that. I'm literally flicking through it as we are now. Let me just check. Stuart Galbraith is the route builder, Dovetail Games beta testing team. So, Stuart Galbraith. Don't know if I've heard that name or not, if I'm honest with you. So, this is one of the scenarios that comes with it. Of course, they're all career and they use the default. Let me just turn that down a little bit. It's kind of painful sometimes, isn't it? Let's get that home. Let me just set up the rail driver. Not rail driver itself, but as in the joystick interface. I'm not going to be able to because I've got to unzip it. So let's extract single folder. My doors are going up, so we're all right while my doors are going down. So I've got time to do this. And then I can get into what I think about how we're doing with this pack and what's going on with it. Southampton Bournemouth. Done. 21 seconds. 21 seconds. 21 seconds. So it looks like we've got that now. That's fine. Okay. Let's have a look around. Like a little bit of the platform clutter. It's looking pretty good. Yeah, that's all right. I don't know Southampton particularly well, so it's a bit of a change for me to do a route that I don't really massively know much about. It's not somewhere I have been in real life, as much as I'd like to. It's really weird because I've just driven the 350 a little bit on the missing link, and the video for that will be done after this one. But actually, both videos will be recorded today. It's been a bit tricky. I've had a funeral this morning and stuff, so it's all a bit weird. Well, this afternoon. So, okay, let's have a look. This is looking all right. This is actually looking quite nice, even with slightly chunky track and slightly chunky sounds. Yeah, I'm liking the detail with the houses, wheelie bins, cars. A lot of flats just sitting there. I suppose they'll be for Southampton intermodal runs to Southampton. The docks, which is pretty stable, sitting at about 30 FPS quite happily. So rolling stock wise, you're going to get the 444, the 450. Oh, L&R Peppercorn Class A2 Blue Peter. Okay, that's cool. And I'm guessing some sort of wagon, like intermodal wagon, because that's what we've just seen. These are what, FEAs or something like that. This is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Shh, I want to go over here and have a look. Is it Southampton Maritime that ends up being, is that what it's called, Southampton Maritime? I just like docks anyway. Loving the detail. So you're going to get some car runs we'll be able to do. That's actually good going. They've done these in a 2D. I've got no qualms with that whatsoever, really. Apart from the fact they're like a cross between an Astra and a Corsa. Because there's just so many of them. Can you imagine loading those up as to be high detailed assets? That'd be a right pain. Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, it's very much DTG. And their routes recently I've had no real issue with whatsoever. It's like the docks is all done as well. I wonder. Now there's isn't there a cruise terminal at Southampton as well that you can get to by rail? I wouldn't know where that was or where to even look for it, to be honest with you. The Freightliner stuff's looking cool. Oh, they're like the stops for the cranes. That's cool. I like that. Vegetation-wise, do my eyes deceive me or do we see something new? I'm not sure. Must be a very clever mix. Okay. Right, what's the manual blurb? Literally nothing. Oh, that's pretty. I'll actually ask that, get that train to come a little bit more forward for me. There's no blurb in the manual at all. There's no like introduction or this route does this. Usually the route map. Don't know if I've got. No. Okay. Very basic menu. Talks about train operation more than anything, which I think is quite good considering. And that does look like they're covering the headlamp positions for the A2 and everything like that. So scenario-wise, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 scenarios, and then there's like 3 railfan modes. One of those I actually found under standard, funnily enough. It says under here they're all under career tab, but they're not. And one of them is definitely under, or was on mine, standard. I like this. I do like this. There's pretty little bits with some water in it and little bridges and that. And the Lymington Branch is in this as well, which I'd love to have a go on. I haven't done that because I thought it's probably best to show you like one of the bigger runs. I do apologise for these sounds, guys. Hang on. Allotments are looking cool. They're well modelled. Yeah. I quite like it. Right, there's been a lot of people complaining about the length of this route. Now, it wasn't added on to like PDL or anything like that yet. I can completely understand that. I can completely understand. This is $17.99, and if you don't own the PDL and you don't like a slightly longer run, I can see why they'd go along the lines of doing this. Also, throwing in the A2 for a little bit of variation, I think is a good little touch. Whilst we know that the DTG rolling stock content isn't the best in the world and generally needs enhancing, and I would expect that AP would upgrade their 450 and 444 pack for this 450 and 444. But it will take them a bit of time to do it, but I'm sure it will happen. They still look quite. It's a fair sized route, and 4 bits of rolling stock for $17.99. Can we really complain? I don't know. Considering you can pay 20 quid for just a train these days, to pay 17 quid and have all that thrown in with it, it's not for those people that really like that sort of thing and like their stuff very detailed and everything like that. But the route's decent. The route looks nice enough as it is. And I'm not saying it's an exact replica of the real route in real life. I don't know the real route enough to know, or there's a speed sign missing here, or there's a whistle board missing here. I can't say that. Don't know the route. I do have a cab ride video of it, I think, somewhere actually, so I will watch that. But this is just a first look. This is a reactions video. This is a have a look, see what it's like. Yeah. There's 2D trees in the distance and everything like that. Yeah, okay. One thing I always find with DTG is their distance scenery is always pretty decent, or has been in recent years. It's a very green route, and I'm not sure there should be as many pine trees as there sort of is, sort of thing, but you can give it the character of the route. I'm not sure if the 450 or the 444's had any upgrades. It's possible. I can't remember what it was like when it first came out for, I remember it just having an awful horn. I think that horn might be slightly different. No, I think it might be the same. I don't know if I remember it saying initial and then going up in percentages, I'm not sure. So there might be a slight update on the 450 and 444. And I'm quite, yeah, the pricing thing really sticks in my head, especially when I'm thinking about the AP packs as well. Because if this was following a usual DTG release, it'd be sort of 19 to 24 quid. Worse, 24.99 with what's included, to be fair. And then you'd be paying another tenner on top of that, was it 11, 12 quid even for the 450. enhancement pack. So what DTG are doing, it might be saying, we know the stock isn't up to the best thing in the world, so we've lowered the price a bit for you. DTG in pricing's been, I can't fault it. North Wales Coastal Extension to the Holyhead line was $9.99. Yes, it wasn't brilliant, but it was $9.99. I would rather they made it better and we charged a little bit more money for it, or the same money as they've been charging for stuff. Yes, of course. But if they're unable to do that, lowering the price, I suppose, is the next best thing, isn't it? I'm sort of convincing myself of this here, while I'm saying it. It's quite a strange feeling. This is Brockenhurst. So I think this, in theory, is probably about halfway along the route, I think. This is quite nice. Sounds, man. Yeah, okay. Not quite sure what that's meant to be. Signal box actually with Brockenhurst on it, though. It's better than we got with North Wales Coastal. A little bit of what I call DTG clutter, which is always cable drums. Oh no, is that some rail in there as well? Yes, get in there, boys. You've done something extra. $59, 20 minutes still. Ooh, where does that go off to? Let's have a sneaky look. Oh, it looks like it actually goes somewhere. That's quite cool. So I'm going to async this to get there, because what I want to have a look at really is the it won't, because it's a career scenario. The Lymington Pier. That's what I want to look at. So yeah, overall the route quality looks like it's up to DTG's general route quality. This will be something that some people are really interested in, and others probably not so much. I think it's got quite a limited scope of runs. I don't think it'll be long until people fill in the gaps, route-wise. I really don't think it'll be long until people fill in the gaps. Right, we do something slightly different. I usually do a full run of the thing, because I'm really pressed for time. I'm going to have a quick look at the Lymington branch. So that, because I don't know where it's going to put it, because I can't remember what it's called. You would notice some of my names are actually renamed. My routes are renamed, although not in Korea, which is quite nice. Oh, some are, yeah, they are. Probably gone past it already like twice. I hate this. Is why I don't like ever doing this menu on videos, because I get like route blind. And I think that should be like a recognised medical condition, is route blindness. There we are. Limited Beer, is this famously one of the last? It's definitely one of the last places that you could get a slam door, like old school Mark 1 stock. It was a 4-sig, I think, wasn't it, that they had on it? I don't know if it was the last in-service Mark 1 stock like that, but I don't know. Welcome to Brockenhurst, please. That'll be the Lymington branch that we just went past, I'm guessing then. Open the doors here. Departure is 10:12. The guard will close the doors up to 20 seconds before departure. For a list of stops, please see the briefing. .450 is the 450. We've all seen that in the other reviews. Is there an instrument light button? There we go. Oh, it really annoys me I can't use async keys just to speed all this up. So Brockenhurst, since we've got some time here. It's quite good. Quite liking it. Pretty sure I set my headlights, didn't I? see where we go now. This is like a route that I've only ever seen in photographs. And I mean that, seriously. When the Forcing and that was doing that, there was literally every railway magazine had centrefolds, covers, articles. I'm not complaining, I quite liked it. Nice little scenario as well, this, isn't it? Is this little line brilliant? I always get a little bit excited about doing new routes. And especially ones you know are always really nice. Ones you don't know, but you've seen bits in, or you've had a DVD that's had bits covered in it or anything like that. Anything you can sort of relate to with a route, I really like. My little Saltire is telling me not to worry about my AWSs, so don't worry about that. Yeah, some nice little shots, and I'm quite looking forward to running a Forcing down here. That'd be nice if we had a nice new Mark 1 slammer. Not really fussy. Any one of them would do. Although a Vep or a Sep would probably be better. My preference. This is cool. The gradients and stuff on this bit are quite mad. Oh, loving the boats in the garden there. Ah, fair play, DTG. I'm quite enjoying this. Okay. I mean, it'd be nice to see a little bit more detail around, I suppose, but no, I'm quite happy with that. All right, all right. Ah, that's going to be the money shot, isn't it, that bit? I'll have to go and look through. I like that. That's nice. I've even got the White Link Ferry and everything. Oh, cool. I should have waited, but you know I wasn't going to with the wood and that. Oh, come on, that's lovely. Done a good job, DTG. I am pleased with that. I am pleased with that. I like it. There's nothing groundbreaking with it. There's nothing out of the ordinary with it. It does what DTG Route does well. Gives you somewhere to run your trains quite nicely. Straight out of the box. And from what I know of the routes, quite recognisable. I'm not sure what scenery-wise is meant to be on the left there. It probably could be quite bleak in real life. It's got sort of a sand trap at the end. Ah, right. Well, what can I say? For £17.99, do I think you'd be hard done by buying this? No, I think you are getting something that is pretty decent value. Actually, I didn't think I'd ever come to the conclusion of me saying that about DTG, but it is pretty decent value for what you're getting. All right then, guys. Thank you very much. I've had my night lights on all the time. Right. Thank you very much for joining me through this. Please feel free to like, share and subscribe. Heading over to alanthomsonsim.com. Keep up to date what's going on over there. Heading over to the Facebook group if you've got any questions about things and bits and pieces. Also over to Twitch, but I'm not there for the next 2 weeks. So I'll be back on either the 31st or the 1st will be my first stream back of August 2019. So once again, guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Catch you next time.